Hello, welcome to Pure Tarot. Tonight I'm doing sort of an experiment. I'm doing what I am calling a poker tarot. Basically, I'm using playing cards. I'm going to do a love reading, doing two sides, and I'm going to do a 5 stud card. So one card closed, 4 opened. It's not going to be a real poker game. I don't want any winner loser, and it's too complicated to play poker as well as read tarot at once. I've tried it. I was trying to come up with the formula, and anyway, just so that you know, the card that will be closed will be read at the end. It'll sort of be will be interpreted, I should say, as what each person, you and your partner, what you're kind of hiding, not revealing, or what you have up your sleeve or something. Anyway, let's get started. I just did Aries. They had such a great read. I'm so stoked. So I can't wait to see what's in store for you, Taurus. Okay, so a closed card, and then I'm also going to do it in sequence, right? I'm not going to pull all the cards at once. So on your side, you have the 9 of Wands. I'm reading clubs as wands. And the 9 of Cups on your person's side. Okay, so for you, Taurus, you're a little bit fatigued, a little bit strained. I think not necessarily in this connection, let's say in general for starters. I think maybe you are just you're in a phase. That's what it feels like. It's a phase. It's a temporary phase where you're not at your best. You're just a little bit out of sorts, kind of thing. But it's nothing major. And here on your person's side, on the contrary, for them, they're on a upper, like on a high. They're sort of feeling really good. They're having this very positive vibe. I think they feel very hopeful and somewhat wishful, right? They have this sort of energy where they're like bright eyes is what I'm getting. That's the word I'm getting, bright eyes. So let's pull some more cards. Really interesting. The roles are reversed on the second card. You have the 4 of Cups. And here the 10 of Wands. So interestingly, let's say your partner, your person, so they have this really high vibe energy, but they also have a lot of work on their plate. So they might feel quite burdened or stuck in their obligations, responsibilities, and sort of caught up in that routine where they have to, although they're feeling good, basically they have to tend to their chores and, their everyday routines and the things that they have to do. Here on your side, the 4 of Cups, I'm sensing typically, you would read this as, a bit of boredom, and I think it comes from this phase where you're not at your best, you're just like meh, and it's really the energy I'm getting is like an overall vibe of you're trying to pick yourself up, and you're not finding the means right now. I mean, how can I say this? I mean, through this connection, I think this person is not available at the moment. I mean, it's how I'm sensing this, because they're so caught up with their work. They might not be as available as you wish them to be for you or within the connection. So it's not helping you pick yourself up, or it's creating a sense of, you're feeling maybe a bit disregarded or, a little bit ignored. But mainly it's your vibe here where you might feel, not at your best. And again, it's a phase, so let's not give this too much importance. Now, Okay, so you have a beautiful Six of Wands here, which is a great, if I'm gonna, it promises that you'll come out of that energy, that phase. It's really pointing to you seeing an objective and knowing that, okay, I'm in a little bit of a funk here, but I know where I'm going. So you are simply, it feels like a bit of a delay, some kind of, again, it's temporary fatigue or some kind of boredom. You might feel, you might even be a tad lazy. you know you have something to accomplish here, but you might procrastinate is the word here. That's a possibility. On your partner's side, they have the Seven of Swords. So for some reason there's a bit of avoidance. So maybe, they're trying to get around their chores, trying to cut corners. They might have someone in their work environments that is not pleasant to deal with, and, they don't want to spend too much time there. And if I look at the connection, maybe they felt that you being in this kind of phase, a bit detached and, not really showing up to the plate here, they might have felt that it was a bit deceiving on your part. And again, it's not a huge deception. It's not a huge, it's no, nothing major or, very nasty here. On the contrary, I think it's just in terms of the, what you're doing when and how you're connecting. And maybe there's a bit of, a disconnect here where, when your person is busy, you might be available, and so you're sensing this as, okay, they're not there for me, and vice versa, when you might be maybe ready or not ready, but when you have a lot more time on your hands, it seems. So for some reason they might perceive, again, it's hard to explain, it's how they're perceiving maybe your energy of being a bit blah, they might feel it as they might sense as a form of disinterest, right? Maybe. Anyway, let's pull some more cards. Let's add to this. Okay, this is nice. Five of Wands here. So again, it points back to, the success you're trying to achieve. You have to work hard at it, but it's an energy of, you have to compete, a very healthy competition here, like in terms of having to strive for something, having to, a bit kind of battle for it, work for it, that kind of energy where you'd want to, you'd feel that kind of sort of strife, right? But it's a strife, it might even be a strife within yourself. You're fighting this, sort of not exhaustion, but that sort of lethargy that you're feeling. You're trying to shake it off. You're concentrating, focusing on your midterm goals, long-term goals, and it's just not. I guess you're fighting yourself a little bit too, right? You're fighting that energy. You're trying to pick yourself back up. And here your person has the Ten of Cups. So you see this little kind of, I guess, sort of deception or avoidance on their part is definitely only work related. I think it's what happens when they're spending so much time at work. You're feeling this avoidance, or they look like they're avoidant, but in reality, look at what they bring to the table. They're all like extremely loving, extremely caring, wanting to invest themselves in the connection, absolutely there for you, just waiting for you, wishing wishing for more time to spend with you, more quality time, and just wishing for the connection to be at its best. So let's look at what you have hiding. Oh, wow. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So you see, the success story I'm describing is really in deep within, embedded within your psyche. It is definitely your long-term goal. This is your ultimate vision of where you're going, right? And it's really interesting because you have everything it takes to, you know, fight for this amazing goal, work at it in terms of having to fight for it. But this, I'm using the word work, but I hope you're getting what I mean about, you know, having to, I don't know, the right word is not really coming, but it's about really never letting go and going for that success and ultimately this ace, you know. And just to point out that it's something very rewarding that's going to be lucrative, yes, but it's something very, it's an ace, right? So there's probably something that's being initiated, so probably it takes a lot of energy, so maybe that's why you're fatigued. It takes a lot of energy to build towards this, you know. It's the start of a business, the start of an enterprise, the start of something very big for yourself, is quite demanding. So maybe that's also what you're feeling here. And your person, the Seven of Wands, interesting. So they would have a little bit, these two sevens in their reading are really intriguing, right? They're showing a side of themselves. So I just want to point out, let me show you like this, okay? They have this amazing loving side, right? There's no doubt about that. And yet they also have this other facet to themselves, to, you know, that sometimes they might feel guarded and avoidant. So it's something to watch out for, not in a, it's not a big bémol, you know, it's not a, that's a French word. It means, I don't know, it's a musical term. It's it colors a note, right? So it's, and I have no idea what it's called in English, but what it does is it colors the personality. So it's not a big fault. It's not a big downfall. I just want you to be aware that they might appear like this to you, or they might have these, it's part of them. It's just, you'll see some of that sometimes along the way. But remember, it might also be triggered by work and the time that they have to invest elsewhere than within the connection. So again, it might just be a question of perception. They might appear guarded, they might appear avoidant, but it's not necessarily the case. And on your side, you might also appear fatigued and appear like you are, you know, a bit ignoring them, or, you know, not really interested, but it's not the case. And you might also appear like defensive here with the Five of Wands. So remember that as well. So it's part of your of your exchange, I guess. But you both have a lot to offer, and if you're working, I don't know if it doesn't feel like you'd be working together, not in this particular spread. I feel like this Ace of Pentacles here is really your main objective. I don't necessarily feel like it's a joint venture, but it could be. I mean, I have no idea. That would be you know, for you to correlate within your own life, right? To create those resonances for yourself. So there you go. That's what I see for November. Definitely, your person is very busy at work, and you have this little, you know, blah moment, but you have your goals in mind, and you're going for the you're going for the ultimate. So don't give up. Really, don't give up ever. Okay, well, that's it, Taurus. I'll see you soon. Take care. I hope you liked it. Bye bye.